Hi guys, Karen Busweta here. How are you? So today we're going to talk about hip flexors. I've been getting a lot of questions about how to stretch and strengthen the hip flexors. So if you're sitting at a desk 8-9 hours a day, you're in this flex position, that can cause a lot of muscle shortness, tightness, and also a lot of increased pressure and possibly pain into the lumbar. Okay, tight hips can also be a source of knee pain, hip pain, leg pain, and some imbalances. So let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to stretch and strengthen our hips and 3 exercises you can incorporate into your weekly workout. All right, there's 8 hip flexors. The Iliopsoas, which is made up of the psoas, and the Iliacus is your deep and most strongest hip flexor. So let's go ahead and begin with the knee over the right ankle. The back leg is going to begin to get a nice stretch here as you breathe into this. You don't want to force forward. We never want to bounce. Just take a few breaths and you're feeling this back hip getting a deep stretch. And breathe. And then after a few breaths here, we're going to take it up. So we're going to go a little deeper into this. What I want you to do is position that knee and ankle in that same 90-degree alignment. Take that outside arm and bring it up. So now, because the psoas comes and runs deep, you're going to think of lengthening up with the fingertips. Imagine a string on that top hip bone. That string's going to start to lengthen the spine, and then you're going to follow the line of that string with your eyes and really lift up through the thigh, through the torso. Try to relax the shoulder down and breathe. Okay, if you're tight here, you're going to feel that nice stretch into the whole front of that left leg. Again, taking about 5 to 10 breaths, and then we're going to switch to the other side. So I'm going to position into that lunge. Again, front leg to 90. Get ready to feel a nice release into that left hip. Now the right leg here for me is getting some more length, relaxing into it. Or you don't want to be all the way forward because that's too much for the lumbar. Just relax the shoulders, breathing into that back leg. Okay, you should use a mat or a little support under that knee. Breathing here. Kind of release all that tension out. And then you're going to take that top arm up again, lifting up a little bit taller. Right away I feel that deep stretch through the whole front of that right thigh. And I'm going to start to take that stretch up, lengthening shoulders off the ear, looking up to the fingertips, coming into more of an extension of that upper body, opening up the whole front body. And stay there for about 5 to 10 breaths. And then we're going to come down. So I'm taking you down to the floor for a single leg hip extension. This is a Pilates exercise. Forehead comes right to your hands. Turn your heels in, toes out. Inhaling. On the exhale, you're going to draw the belly button up and in and start to lift the right leg up and down. Okay, your head will stay down. You want to make sure that your hips are grounded, your pubic bone is anchored. You're squeezing the posterior, the glute hamstring, to get some length in the hip. After about 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps, you're going to switch and go to the other leg. Okay, this looks easy, but it takes a lot of control. If you're super tight in the hips and weak in the butt muscle, what's going to happen here? You're going to see kind of a jolting movement because you're going to want to use that hip flexor to lift. So go slow, even if you have to tactilely put your finger here to feel that glute engage. Okay, it's not about how high we can lift here. Focus on that strength. After you do a few of those, you can repeat that again, or if you're okay with that, both legs are going to lift together. Okay, my multifidus and obliques are working so the pelvis isn't rotating. So there's a lot more going on here than just the hips. Good, so the glutes are strengthened, those hips are stretched out. I'm going to show you one more exercise that I love. Basic bridge, and then I'll show you a unilateral bridge. Starting with the fingertips down to the heels, the gaze is up. You're going to slowly on the exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift up. So your hips get some length. You're squeezing the hamstrings, the buttocks, and then lower that down. Okay, so I like to start my clients with this basic bridge because it's great. You're lengthening the hips and strengthening the posterior in the same movement. Opening that front body and strengthening where we may be weak. Okay, I'm going to do about 8 to 10 of those. And then unilateral bridge, if you're feeling okay for this, you're going to take your heel above the knee joint. Try not to let the knee sink out to the side. You're going to pull it into parallel. Pressing the palms down slightly. The foot that's on the floor, press the heel through the floor. Squeeze that buttocks, lifting up to that bridge. As you're here, you're gonna feel that hip get a stretch as well as that right glute work, okay? This one feels good. You're feeling the length through that leg that's on the mat. 3 more here, lift it up. 2 more here. So you'll be surprised of what these exercises can do for you. Bring it down and how important they really are. And you don't realize until we start doing them, how much our body needs them. Okay guys, so if you're a runner, a cyclist, if you're doing a lot of high impact stuff, try to incorporate these at least 2 times a week into your workout, especially if you sit at a desk all day and you have any type of back pain. Let's go for 4 more here. 3, and I'll also post a link for my Pilates workouts so you can get a whole full 10 to 20 minute workout where you can work the legs, incorporate some hip strengthening with leg movements such as leg circles, side lateral lifts, which is great for runners, again, or cyclists, or any athlete, or those that sit all the time. It's so important to work in different planes and not just going forward, which you do all day, running, walking on the treadmill. All right, guys, so I hope you got something out of this video. Try those exercises, comment below if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer them. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next week for another workout and fitness tip. Have a good one. Take care.